Hey guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to be going over, in my opinion, what's going on with the current Dokkan meta and what I feel like we should have done. So right here, we're going to do a history lesson with you guys. We're going to be talking about the original mono-type era. The original mono-type era was 3 key 70% type defense, and the first people who really started it off was Shenron. My mercy. Too many tabs open. Shenron, you have Broly, you got Blue Tanks, way before the EZA and Super EZA. You got Super Vegito, the second best shooter in the game in the first year of Dokkan after the first anniversary Gogeta, and then you got God Tanks, right? Because I got Super EZA last year. After them, there was a shift for some time with, finding new units and things of that nature. LRs were introduced, and now we have that. After that was the LRs for monotypes, and that was Trunks dropped. It was Broly, Vegeta, Gohan, and you have Rose. Now, mind you, these guys were dropping out, these 5 units, the LRs, they were dropping out around the time from the start of the, whatchamacallit. What do they call it? The 120% leads. Now, I forgot what tab I put them on, so you have to forgive me as I pass through. Oh, right here. Looks like I put the tabs together right. So, these are the 120% leads, right? You have Vegeta, which represents Super AGL, 17 represents Extreme AGL, Goku, Super Tech, Broly, Extreme Tech, Gogeta, Super Int, Boo, Extreme Int, Goku, Super STR, Janemba, Extreme STR, and then Gotenks, Super PH, Super Physical, and Cooler, Extreme Physical. Now, the people, they started off, Vegeta and Goku, around the second year anniversary. So what, 2017, I believe. And then later throughout the years, these guys were trickling through. I think one of them was 2017, 2018. Yeah, they started trickling through after. And then after that, this is, if you want to see their leader skills, Reawakening. And after that, Worldwide Download Campaign, I think that same year. Game took for a switch. And so began the category era. Hell on Earth, the category era. The category era was slowly but between monotypes, but imagine them as coexisting with monotypes. This was the game changing and adjusting. So the two people that started off was Gogeta and Shenron. Over time, things were changing. You would have units that like monotypes be 4 key, 4 key, whatever. Those were primarily summonable. These guys started around. After the 120%, you just start categorizing the categories with 120 leaders for random campaigns and then random banners throughout the year. And then I would say what came next eventually brought us to here, which is 200% leads. So, in my opinion, what I wanted Dokkan to do for this anniversary, or like instead of transitioning to what they did, where they got us from 250% to stats, right? Like 250% HP and 220 for attack and defense. I would have rather Dokkan have done this instead. All right, so category int, like Super Int or Extreme Int, and then 30% stats. Or they could have dropped banner units that were on 170% Super or Extreme Int, and then 30% to these different categories. And that way, you can bring monotypes back into the game without having to recreate all these new categories. Because in my opinion, categories are disappointing in this game. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of categories here that do not get any sort of love, especially for the villain side. So bringing back monotypes and categories and making them coexist is, in my opinion, an alternative that would be beneficial for the future of strengthening weaker categories and making people want to use these scrubs, right? What alternatives, if you ask me, right? And even now we have this and this, sorry, this and this, right? My biggest thing is, if you guys, oops, this is not good. That, my biggest thing is, if they were like, oh snap, super tech, where's protecting fuse fighter, da da da, and then 30% to these guys, 50% to these guys, okay. Or imagine 170% to these categories and then 50% for super tech, right? I know some of you like it's backwards, da 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 da. But I mean, you want to bring, you don't want different metas, different reasons. Bring back monotypes. I think this game is ready to bring back monotypes, or bring in all types leader, right? Like the original Gogeta. But let me know, guys, think, agree or disagree. We could go further deep into this, like, oh snap, other world savers, and then super PHY 400%, right? Or kind of Caulifla, Universe 6 or super PHY 4 key 220, right? Or it could have been like, oh snap, Universe 6 4 key attack is 200%, and then maybe 20 or 50% or additional 50% for super PHY, right? But that's just my opinion. I think monotypes should come back. I think this whole category nonsense is we're too bloated on categories. We need to balance them out and strengthen the weaker ones, right? And I think monotypes is the way to go. You can introduce more categories slower, strengthen stuff like that, and the way to do that is, in my opinion, you drop 120 banner units or 120 units that have the monotype, and then we can introduce new categories later on with like anniversary World Download Campaign, Tanabata, or Christmas banners, right? And we can just strengthen what we got throughout the year. Let me know what you guys agree, disagree in the comments below. And yeah, have a good one, and God bless.